intellect.
Okay, I can jump up here. And I'm assuming I need Cap up here, although I'm not certain.
I'll be taking my leave now.
Okay, Dr. Octopus is climbing away.
Heroes.
So... yeah, I do need Cap up here, because I need to push through the fire with his shield.
Let's get after him, Cap.
Okay. I just realised, in this level, I might be misremembering it, but Captain America is pretty much just used for putting out fires. So it could have just been Mr. Fantastic and a fire extinguisher. That's all they needed, but I guess, hey, Captain America's here because he's an iconic Marvel character, and they needed to introduce him early in the story mode, so I guess, you know, we'll use him as a glorified fire extinguisher. I'm sure he won't mind that. That's not at all humiliating, or a waste of his time. Just putting out fires, yep. That's the most exciting thing a superhero can be doing. And the most important as well. It's not like there's a fire brigade that could deal with that, or as I said, any fire extinguisher would do. But no, we're going to call Captain America in because there's fire, and he's the only person who could possibly deal with that in the entirety of the human race. Anyway, what do I do now? Oh, there's a weapon point, but I can also use Mr. Fantastic's arms to grab that, pull it, and then build a Captain America shield point. Because of course the Fantastic Four would just have a specific thing for Captain America in their building, even though they've only just met. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I should stop questioning it, because it's a game mostly aimed at children, but there are still a few things where I'm like, really? Okay, we're going with this. I mean, it doesn't affect how fun this game is, but it's just there are some slightly questionable things that you can kind of think about with this game that don't quite add up. But I guess from a gameplay perspective, and from a fun perspective, they do make sense. So it's totally fair enough, I'm just being an asshole, really. And sort of nitpicking various things that really don't matter. Anyway, let's jump down here, press the big obvious red button, and there we go. Okay, so they can essentially only use that once because they break through it with a laser and then, what, do they have to rebuild it every time they need to seal that thing? I guess so. Seems inefficient, especially for someone as smart as Reed Richards, but there we go. I guess even geniuses have their dumb ideas, and that is definitely one of them. Wasn't really focusing there, probably should have been. Okay, what do I do? The big, obvious glowy things, I think. Yep, there we go. I was right. I'm a genius. I figured out that big glowy things do in fact, or are in fact the things that I need to aim at there. So let's progress further at the level.
Is this the quickest way to the roof?
I call it the Fantastivator. Faster than the stairs for sure. Let's go.
And I guess let's sit on this thing and go to the roof.
There he is! Maybe we should think about this.
No time. If he gets away with those pieces now, we might never get them back.
Okay, let's save and continue. And then let's jump up here. Okay, I'll need Magneto for that. So I can't do that just yet, since neither of these, surprisingly enough, are Magneto. Yeah. Okay, Captain America is dead. There's the end of this level. Just kidding, he came back to life because it's a Lego game. Alright, so jumping. Oh. Okay, more gliding. Yay, my favourite mechanic. Here we go. Okay, I feel like with this one I'm just messing up. It's not actually as difficult as the previous one. I'm just being a bit shit. Yep, there we go. Really not that difficult to make that jump. As I said earlier, most of the jumps with the gliding mechanic aren't that difficult. It's just the first one. But I guess if you glitch it like I did, or if you use the glitch like I did, then it's only slightly different. And you don't really have to glide, so it's not a difficult gliding bit, it's just a difficult platforming bit, I guess. Oh, I need to destroy 5 of those. Are they over here? They probably are, I would assume. Or not? Possibly not. I guess look for those throughout the rest of the level. If I don't find them, no big deal, I can just get them on my next run through the levels where I'm collecting minikits and doing all that nice stuff. So yeah. Oh, I need to turn off the wind, because apparently superheroes are all weak to wind and can't just, you know, walk past? Just walk past a light breeze? No? Okay. I guess we found out Mr. Fantastic's weakness then. Well, I guess it's wind and anyone who's at all decent at tying knots, because they could just tie his arms around each other and then, you know, kill him. But, you know, whatever. Other than those 2 weaknesses, doesn't really have much, I guess. A light gust, or someone who's good at tying knots, will defeat Mr. Fantastic. Alright. So, climbing up here. Do a little jumpy jump across there, and then I'll be able to catch up to Dr. Octopus. There's a billboard of J. Jonah Jameson. Leadership New York deserves. I doubt it, but whatever. I think I meant to switch characters, because that's not really doing much. Alright, so whilst they're getting beaten up... Actually, you know what? Wait a second. Wait a second. Maybe see if they can get killed. And, okay, right, yes, there we go. I've killed one of my colleagues, so now let's jump across and beat up Doc Ock. Oh, he's still alive. Why are you still alive? I wanted you to die. Whatever. There we go. Beating up Doc Ock. Now let's continue climbing up the buildings, and I think Spider-Man shows up in here. Yeah, here we go. The Daily Bugle. Doc Ock runs through. Peter Parker gets changed. J. Jonah Jameson gets a bit pissed off because Peter Parker's left work early. And then,
I don't think you'll be following me across here.
The level continues with Spider-Man, Captain America, and Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Well, I've noticed, unlike most superheroes, he usually just calls himself Reed Richards, whereas other people call him Mr. Fantastic, which is kind of interesting. Whereas most superheroes, they'll refer to themselves as their superhero name, and then other people, usually close friends, will refer to them as whatever they're actually called, whether it's Steve or Tony or Spider-Man called, I can't actually remember. Oh, or Peter, or actually Star-Lord's called Peter as well, so there's 2 Peters as far as the Marvel universe goes. Yeah, various, I guess, alternate identities. Yeah, he's one of the few who kind of usually just refers to himself as Reed Richards. Although I guess maybe occasionally also refers to himself as Mr. Fantastic. It's like, pick a name. Which one is your name that you'd like to be referred to as? I don't know. I guess it depends on the context and who he's talking to, really. I mean, most people will just go with one name, but you know, I guess superhero, gotta have multiple names. Honestly, if I had superpowers, I probably wouldn't even try and hide my identity or anything. I know that sounds stupid, but I would just call myself Ben, because I really can't be bothered to come up with a superhero name. And plus, I don't know, I feel like if you had superpowers, it'd be cool to let people know that you have superpowers, rather than just calling yourself something else for the sake of it. Maybe that's just me, though. And maybe I'm an idiot for saying that. I don't know. Just seems a bit of hassle to have to remember 2 names. Get out of the way, come on. I'll just push him. There we go. Right, and Jeff. Hopefully the CPU will figure out how to get over it. What is it? Although looking at that, maybe not. Yeah.
Spider sense again.
May have to help them out in a minute. First I'll just climb up here.
Spider
use
sense.
the spider sense. And pull on these. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was deliberate, but some of these shots of Dr. Octopus climbing up the buildings, especially when he's climbing up the Daily Eagle, kind of remind me of Spider-Man 2. I'm going to assume, considering how many Easter eggs there are in the Lego games, and the fact that they do seem to like to reference the source material quite often, that's probably a deliberate reference, although I could be wrong about that. It just feels very similar, so I'm going to assume it's a reference to Spider-Man 2. Although it could not be, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter, but just something popped into my head. I can hear Stan Lee somewhere, so if I have the abilities to save him, I guess I will. If not, then I guess he's on his own until I do the free play. Okay, let's hack into this. Tap that. And there we go. Alright, punching some coal. And some robots as well. I need Iron Man for this, so obviously I can't do that because none of these are Iron Man. So I'll just progress with the level and build a rocket out of Mr. Fantastic. Just an average day where you turn your entire body into a rocket. I mean, happens to me at least once a week, so yeah, pretty standard stuff overall, I would say. Okay, lowered the billboard, so let's just climb up here, jump across here, and up here. There we go. Oh, here's Doc Ock. Is it boss fight time? I can't remember when the boss fight actually occurs. No, he's just running away again. Okay, cool. So, not yet. Bit of a cowardly move to just break a wall and then run away. I guess he's a villain, so he's gonna be cowardly. And sneaky and multiple other negative things. Villainous attributes.
Victory is now within my reach!
Okay, he's getting a bit cocky, so now I guess it's time to beat him.
Oh, such cruelty. You couldn't wrap me in a paper towel and toss me out the window?
Oh, there's Deadpool. Huh, I don't think I noticed that when I initially played through this.
Octobot!
Deadpool is filming probably news content. That's kind of funny.
He seems over the top angry. Any advice?
I wonder if there's any
Don't look at
other
me.
hidden
You're the
Deadpools
Doc
throughout
Ock
the game.
expert.
I'm going to assume there probably are, considering his personality and character. It's probably just everywhere in this game. I haven't actually noticed
Trap his
most
arm
of
in the
them.
ground. Let's attack while we can.
Alright, so I've got to attack this, cut off one of the arms. Now he's only got, I guess technically he's got 5 arms, but, hang on, wait, 7 limbs. Yeah, 7 limbs. Okay, so just gotta repeat that. I'll be honest, I actually kind of forgot this boss fight was even in the game. Like, I remember that it existed, but I just forgot what it was exactly, beyond just the fact that he fight Dr. Octopus. And now I'm starting to see why, because it's just him walking around, throwing shit, and
Not again!
occasionally
My
getting caught in
arm!
the ground, and then you just do this. It's not really even a boss fight, it's just a wait for him to mess up, and then destroy his arms thing. I guess his robots are attacking, so it's really sort of a swarm of enemies, and then occasionally attacking Doc Ock when he tries to attack. Emphasis on tries. I guess it's quite a big and epic battle, even if there's not much actual fighting. You know what, visually I quite like this.
Why didn't I see
Even
this
if the
coming?
gameplay's not
Another
great.
arm stuck!
There we go. Third one. And let's just get one more. Technically I'm not even
Beloved mechanical arms!
technically I'm not
You
even beating
suffer
him
for
up.
this.
I'm just
God damn it.
disabling his arms, so I guess he can get arrested. I'm not sure why he's taking health damage. There we go. Fuck, I just got punched. There we go. Beaten and on the ground. What do you have to say about that?
Give it up. Crime never pays.
You'd be surprised. It covers medical and dental. Can't escape the long reach of justice, Ark.
Stop being so grabby, Doc.
I got it! I got it!
I got it! No! I got it!
Ooh, Green Goblin. So I guess next is the lab level, where you fight against Green Goblin and Venom. But for now, that'll be it for this video. That's the level complete, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.